guys, and welcome to today's video. And this one is going to be another clay time challenge. And as you guys might know, in these videos I create designs in clay in a very short time. And this time I asked you guys to come up with ideas for the designs, and I then printed out a bunch of them. And I am then going to pick out some of them and try to create them in less than 1 minute. So let's get started with the first comment, which comes from Joyce White, and she thinks that I should be making a cake. And I thought that that was a great idea, so that is going to be the first design for this video. So I started the timer, and first of all I took some blue clay and I tried to make a bit of a triangular shape. And then I took a bunch of other colors and did the same thing because I wanted to create a rainbow cake. And I just put the layers on top of each other, and then I cut out the shape for the cake. And then I also took some white clay and I covered the cake with it, and then I cut off the edges. And then with just a couple seconds left, I made a little red ball to go on the top. So yeah, this is how my 1 minute cake turned out. I think it will look super pretty with more colors, but other than that, I think that this is a pretty cute cake. And I also added some glaze to it to make it look even better. But let's move on to the second comment, which comes from Monique James. And she thinks that I should make a poop emoji in clay. And I thought that that would be a fun idea. So I started off by taking some white clay and I started to create the eyes and the mouth for the emoji. And the reason to why I started off with the white clay instead of the brown was because darker colors tend to stain my hands a bit, and I definitely didn't have time to wash my hands. So yeah, that's why I'm starting off with the white clay. But then I took the brown clay and I made the bottom part for the emoji, and then the middle part. And then I quickly made the top part. And then with just a few seconds left, I quickly added the white parts to the poop emoji. And here is how the final emoji turned out. And as you can see, I didn't actually have time to make the eye details for the emoji, so I actually decided to paint them on later. And I also glazed the charm. And obviously I made my eyes and mouth a bit too big, but other than that I think that this poop emoji looks pretty good. But let's move on to the third comment, which comes from Alice Cody, and she thinks that Winnie the Pooh would be super cute. And I think so too, so the third design is going to be Winnie the Pooh. So for this one I obviously started off with the yellow clay and I made a head out of it. And then I also made some tiny little ears for it. And I also quickly made some arms. And again, I'm starting with the lighter color, and then I moved on to the red clay and I made a little shirt for him. And then with just a few seconds left, I added the arms and the legs. And here is how my 1 minute Winnie the Pooh turned out. And just like the last time, I didn't have time to make the face details, so after adding that and also glazing it, here is how he looks like. But now it is time for the next design, which was suggested by WeirdTube, and they said that I should make sushi and soy sauce. I'm not going to do both, but I am going to do sushi. So I started the timer again, and I took some white clay and I used it to make the rice part for the sushi. And I then took some salmon colored pink shade and I created the top part for the sushi. And then I also decided to add some details. Normally when I make sushi I make these little stripes on it, but it turned out that that was very difficult to do in just a few seconds, so as you can see the lines turned out a bit too thick. But anyways, I put that on the sushi, and as you can see I also made a little fin for the fish. And then with just 5 seconds left I decided to also do the black part of the sushi, which I didn't really have time for, so I cheated a little bit there. But anyways, here is how my 1 minute sushi turned out. And just like with the other designs, I didn't really have time to make the face details, but I added that and also some glaze, and here is how it looked like when I did that. But now it is time for another comment, and this one comes from Kawaii Girl, and she thinks that I should make a guinea pig. So again, I started the timer and I took some light brown clay and I began to sculpt the face and also the little legs for the guinea pig. And I then kept on doing that until I was pretty happy with the shape of it, and then I also took 2 tiny little pieces of clay to create the ears for the guinea pig. So here is how my little guinea pig turned out, and after adding some face details and glaze, it now looks like this. But let's move on to the last design for this video, and this one was requested by Hemish Kandra, and they said that I should make a dinosaur. And I wanted my dinosaur to be green, so I started off by taking some light green clay and I began to make the head and also a tiny little body for the dinosaur, and I also made a tail for it. And then I also made 2 little arms for it. And I then took some darker green clay to make these spikes for the dinosaur. And normally I would probably make them have triangular shapes, but this time I simply rolled out the clay and cut out the pieces, and I then put them on the dinosaur. And then with just 2 seconds left, I decided that I hadn't made any legs for the dinosaur, so I just quickly added those. And then time was up, and here is how my little dinosaur turned out. And after painting it, it now looks like this. So here you can see all of my finished 1 minute charms, and here they are again once I had painted on the details and added some glaze. And if you want to try out this challenge too, you can totally do that. And by using the hashtag #ClayTimeChallenge, we can share our creations with each other. But anyways, that was everything for today's video. I really hope that you guys liked it, and if you did, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and also to hit the notification button. I hope that you all will have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!